and they have access to everything because you said yes to the user agreement.
Right.
So if you
and
don't
you can't use it unless you say yes.
that's it.
Yeah.
So you got to say yes to the user agreement. So
Right.
that's where it then becomes, I think, a challenge upon us to be people of sound morals,
Mm-hmm.
people of sound values, because if not, that's what's going to ruin you. It's not them finding something on you, it's them seeing the truth.
So this is something that I struggle with so I would say early on, people would say I was cutting edge.
Mm-hmm.
Like I run into people's like, oh, I remember you from Streaming Faith. And I was like, streaming? I was like, oh yeah, I was on that
Oh my
platform.
God.
Right? And they was like fan out. And I'm
Yeah.
like, this is a little weird because I just tried that by
Yeah.
accident. Right? So how do you balance this tension between visibility and vulnerability as a digital pastor? Because I like to be naturally low key.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So
I think it's where you streamline it, right? So like I have a personal Instagram. That's my family. It's me being a dad. Like I showed the guy who drove me over here earlier. My son put football pads on for the first time.
Oh, wow.
It was the best moment of my life. I
Yes.
don't know what it was. It was just something about seeing him want to
Yes,
hit me with football
I love
pads.
football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. He put pads on. I said he's gonna be a great
Yeah.
defensive end. I
Yeah.
can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait till he sacks someone when he plays for Alabama.
Brother after
and he
my own
beats
heart.
LSU. Yeah, man. He
Yeah.
beats LSU for the first time. I
Yeah.
can't wait.
Yeah.
But that's I'm a dad.
Yeah.
I'm a dad. I'm a husband. You'll see pictures of me and my wife dating, doing silly stuff, the challenges we do. But then here it's sort of segmented. So it's like, my goal is to help build anything you do for artificial intelligence to help build the church.
Okay.
But then I'm still a dad. I'm still a
Right,
husband. And so
right.
I've been able to protect the different areas that we are, realizing that in here, man, that's where content creation.
Right.
So like the thing about that too, even if we're going to talk just to that point, but I think it's a much larger conversation. Gen Alpha, my son's generation, that's what they want to be. There was a survey done, and I think it was like 50 or 60%, I can't remember the exact, 58, I think, percent of Gen Alpha kids that were surveyed want to be content creators. Now you go to China, they want to be doctors and lawyers, but here they want to be content creators.
Yeah.
So now it's like, so if I'm going to lead the future, right, it's how do you become a Christian content creator that can still sell something with sound morals and sound morals, sound values,
Right.
Be able to communicate well, how are we showing up on screen? And so that's where I'm kind of loving it for my sons, right?
Right,
And
right.
so it's segmenting myself. So like
Yeah.
on my page, it was funny because I put it on there. We were talking about some other stuff. But I put my wife on my tech pastor page to make sure everybody knew I was married.
Right,
so
right.
stop, right?
Right, right,
Because like
right.
she's on there just